Hi, welcome to my Express Yoga class. This is just a brief introduction before we start the class. All my classes start with a seated breathing exercise to calm your mind and bring your focus onto the mat before we start the class. After that, we move into some gentle warm-up mat-based exercises before flowing through some sun salutations to warm the body and start to raise the heart rate. From there, we move into a sequence. Each class has a different sequence, but they're always different warrior poses, sometimes some balancing poses too. They're repeated a few times. We have vinyasas in between each one, so we're keeping the heart rate up and working the whole body. If you need to rest in between these, that's fine. Just drop down into child's pose and rejoin the class when you're ready. At the end of the class, we move back down onto the mat for some more mat-based stretches. These will have slightly longer holds and they'll be focused on what muscles we've been using most in that class. And then we always finish with a Shavasana and a body scan. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's move into the class. So let's start the class. Coming into a seated position, cross-legged if that's comfortable for you, and stacking the shoulders over the pelvis. Rest the hands, palms facing down on the knees, and then just try to release into the hip flexors. Let the knees drop a bit closer to the mat. Extend up through the crown of the head, let the shoulders drop away, and closing the eyes, we're going to start by taking a deep inhale. Fill the lungs up all the way and hold for 3, 2, 1. Sigh it out through the mouth. Let the shoulders drop a bit more. With the eyes closed, start by exhaling the breath and then breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take another inhale, fill the lungs up all the way. Sigh it out through the mouth and then open the eyes. We're going to start with cat-cow. So coming into a tabletop position on your mat. The shoulders are stacked over the wrists and the pelvis over the knees. The gaze is just past the front of your mat. Neutral spine to start. And then on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the crown of the head. The shoulders are pulling away from the ears. And then as you exhale, press the palms of the hands, the tops of the feet into the mat, rounding into your back. Feel that stretch between the shoulder blades. I'm going to hold it here just for a couple of moments. Really feeling that stretch, really pressing the mat away. And then inhale, drop the belly, let the crown of the head come up. Once more, press the palms of the hands into the mat as though you're pressing it away. Press the tops of the feet. Hold it here. Breathing. And then exhale, drop the belly, let the crown of the head come up. Come back to a neutral spine. And then putting the weight into the right hand and the right knee. The left foot goes flat on the mat. Top leg is straight. Raise the left arm up to the ceiling. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then take that top arm to point to the front of the room. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And if you've got the balance, lift that top leg up, keeping the leg engaged. If you want here, you can bend that top leg, reach back, catch the foot in your hand, come into a nice quad stretch. Tilt the pelvis so you're not going into a C shape in your spine. Take one more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back to table. Moving to the other side, put the weight into the left hand. Right foot goes flat on the mat, raise the right arm up, reach to the ceiling, shoulders are stacked. Inhale and exhale. If you've got the balance, lift that top leg, point the toe to engage the quad. Stay here or bend that top leg. Catch the foot in your hand, come into that quad stretch, opening through the chest as well. Inhale and exhale wherever you are. Inhale and exhale, release back into table. Tuck the toes, we're preparing to go into down dog. Take an inhale, and on your next exhale, lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pressing into the palms of the hands, fingers are spread. Your knees can be deeply bent if you want to get a little bit more length in the spine, or if your hamstrings are a bit tight today. Otherwise, straightening the legs. On your next inhale, think about lifting the hips up and back, and on the next exhale, dropping your heels down. The shoulders are pulled away from the ears, and release any tension you're holding in the jaw or the neck. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Start to walk the feet to the front of the mat to meet your hands. The feet are going to be pelvis width apart. Put slightly more weight towards the front of the feet, opening a little bit more into those hamstrings, and the fingertips are gently brushing the mat. The head is heavy. Release any tension. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, start to roll up. We're going to meet in mountain. Stack the shoulders over the pelvis as you come up and start to engage the quads and the glutes. The kneecaps will lift. Once you're up, take an inhale and extend up through the crown of the head, and exhale. On your next inhale, take the shoulders up towards the ears, and on the exhale, take them back, down and round, palms facing forwards. The core is engaged, the legs are engaged. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, moving into our sun salutations. On the next inhale, take the arms up above the head. Keep the shoulders away from the ears because they're going to want to come up. And then exhale, down through heart center into your first forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come up into your halfway lift. The fingertips are on the shins, on the mat, or maybe on your thighs, extending through the crown of the head. Back is flat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to a plank. We're going to hold it for 3 breaths. Drop the knees if you need to. Otherwise, core is engaged, quads are engaged. You're pressing the mat away. Gaze past the front of the mat. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on your next exhale, lowering slowly through chaturanga, knees down if you need to, inside of the elbows, graze the side of the body, and inhale, upward facing dog. Engage the quads, lift them from the mat, take the shoulders back and down away from the ears, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's start to speed it up a bit. Come up on the tips of the toes. Bend the knees, look to the front of your mat. Step, hop, float or walk. And then inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees if you need to. Inhale. And exhale, down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway left. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, drop the knees if you need to. And inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, come up on the tips of the toes. Bend the knees. Look to the front of the mat. Step, hop, float or walk. And inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the hands up above the head. Exhale, down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway left. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're warmer now, the heart rate's coming up. Let's move into our sequence. Starting on the right side, step the right leg through into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. As we inhale up, we're pulling the right hip back. The left leg is strong and straight. Inhale and exhale, knit the rib cage in. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to Warrior 3. Take the hands to heart center, start to bring the weight over that front leg. We're going to lift the back leg up. So as you come forward, press into that right heel, engage that right quad and glute, and lift that back left leg up. Foot can be pointed or flexed. You can have your standing leg slightly bent if that helps. You can even have the back foot down and maybe just trying to pop up as you test your balance. The gaze is fixed. Keep the hips square to the mat, shoulders away from the ears. Let's have one more breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend the standing leg, step back, open out, Warrior 2. The arms are level with the shoulders, gaze past the middle finger, heel to arch alignment, right knee press into the right so we can see a few of those toes. Take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's work a bit harder into that glute and quad. On the next inhale, straighten the front leg by pressing into the heel, activating the quad. Take the arms up and exhale back into Warrior 2. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Warrior 2. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Warrior 2. And then cartwheel the hands. Frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Exhale, another chaturanga, keep those elbows in. And inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, left side, step the left foot through, coming into Warrior 1. Inhale up, the knee is over the ankle, pull the left hip back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, hands to heart center, setting up for Warrior 3 on this side, coming over that front leg. You'll feel that glute activate straight away. And then bringing up that right leg. Keep the pelvis square to the mat. That means not opening the hips up towards the right. Keep your gaze focused. Let's take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Bend the standing leg and step back with control and open out into Warrior 2. Remember, press that knee to the left. You want to see a few toes and make sure that back arm doesn't come down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, press into that front heel, activate that left glute as you straighten the front leg, the arms come up. Exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, Warrior 2. One last time. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, Warrior 2. And then cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You can skip those vinyasas at any time and go straight to down dog. So now let's speed it up. One breath for each movement. Step the right foot through. Inhale up, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come over that front leg. Pop up, one breath in Warrior 3. Keep your focus. Exhale, step back, open out, Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms come up. Exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, arms come up. Exhale, Warrior 2. One last time. Inhale and exhale, Warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back, high plank, either a down dog or exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, step the left foot through. As you inhale, you come up to Warrior 1, pull the left hip back. Exhale, hands to heart center, setting up for Warrior 3. And on the inhale, coming up into Warrior 3. On the exhale, step back with control and open out into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Feel that glute working. Inhale, one last time. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go again, step the right leg through. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart center, come over that front leg. And on your inhale, coming up into warrior three. Don't worry if you wobble. Exhale, step back, open out, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front legs. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back to your plank, all down dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, step the left leg through. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come over that front leg. Straighten it as you bring the back leg up for warrior three. Focus. Exhale, step back, open out, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back to plank and exhale, chaturanga, or skip it. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stay where you are or come up on the tips of the toes, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, step, hop, float or walk. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the hands up above the head. Exhale, down through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. One final time, we go through it slower on the last run. Step the right foot through and inhale up, warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Tilt that pelvis, get a bit more of a stretch in the left hip flexor. Take another inhale and exhale. Hands to heart center. We're going to come into warrior three for 3 breaths. Come over that front leg, set yourself up. Engage that right quad and glute as you come up. Gaze at something that's not moving. Focus your attention. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, step back, open out, warrior two. Straight into those reps. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. One more. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, step back, down dog. Inhale and exhale. Final side, final time. Step the left leg through. Inhale the arms up, warrior one, sit into it. Again, tilt the pelvis if you want to get a little bit deeper into that right hip flexor. And one more, inhale and exhale. Hands to heart center. Come over that front leg. Find that spot you're going to focus on and then inhale up into your final warrior three. Steady your gaze. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. You're doing really well. Inhale and exhale. Bend the standing leg. Step back with control and open out into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Arms come up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, press into that front heel, activate the glute. Exhale, warrior two. One last time. Inhale And exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands, step back, down dog. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale and sigh it out through the mouth. And then drop the knees into a table and then swing the feet out in front, coming down to sitting on the mat. We're moving into our cool down sequence now. So the arms are out in front, engage the core. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, start to roll down onto your mat, using your core strength to lower yourself down gently, rolling all the way down. Once you're down on the mat, we're going to move into a bridge. So bring the heels closer to the body so you can just skim them with the tips of the fingers. They're pelvis width apart. Press the lower back into the mat. And then on your next inhale, pressing the heels into the mat to engage those glutes, press the hips up towards the ceiling. That might be enough, or you might want to interlace the hands and then shuffle the shoulders more underneath your chest. Press the hips up a little bit more. The chin is coming down towards the chest. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release the interlaced hands, roll down back onto your back, and then hug the knees in. Pull the knees towards the armpits and rock very gently left to right. From here, we're going to move into a happy baby. So keep the knees pressing towards the armpits and take the outside edges of the feet. If you can, you want to get the soles of the feet pointing up towards the ceiling. If they're pointing more towards the front of the mat, that's fine as well. Wherever you are, hold it. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, release. Soles of the feet back on the mat. Take the arms out into a T shape. Take another inhale, and on your exhale, just drop the knees over to the left, keeping the right shoulder on the mat. Feel a nice stretch down the outside of the right side of the body. Outer hip, piriformis, IT band. Take 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Use the inhale to come back to center. That's going to protect your back as you twist. And on your next exhale, drop the knees to the right. Keep the left shoulder on the mat. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Use your next inhale to come back to center. Let's hug those knees in one last time. Give them a squeeze. Take an inhale. And on your next exhale, moving into Shavasana, the final pose. Palms facing up, ankles mat width apart. Let the body relax into the mat. Heart rate's down. Let's move into our body scan. Starting on the crown of the head. Move the attention down across the forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, the cheekbones and the jaw, back of the head, back of the neck and the throat. Relax the tops of the shoulders, tops of the arms, forearms, wrists, palms, backs of the hands and the fingers. Relax the chest and the rib cage. Relax the upper back, middle back and lower back. Relax the hip flexors and the glutes, releasing the quads and the hamstrings. Relax the knees, the shins and the calves. Moving down to the ankles, heels, tops of the feet, soles of the feet and the toes. Let the whole body be heavy and relaxed. And you can stay here if you have the time. That's really good. Otherwise, bend the knees, soles of the feet on the mat. On your next exhale, roll to the right and pressing your hands into the mat. Coming back to a seated position, cross-legged as we started the class. Bring your hands to heart center, bow your head. You're thanking yourself for doing your yoga, and I thank you for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to message me. Let me know how you got on. Have a great day.